This is a true life story, and it carries a lesson many people only understand when it's already too late. There was a certain man, driven, ambitious, and relentless. He worked hard from nothing and built wealth that many people could only dream of. Money came, properties followed, respect flowed too. In the eyes of society, he had made it. And then, feeling accomplished, he decided it was time to build a family. He married a woman, and together they had children. Later on, he married a second wife, and she also bore him children. Then a third wife, and again children came. His home became large, his name became known, and his lineage expanded. From the outside, he looked like success stacked upon success. Every now and then, the man sent money to his wives to take care of themselves and the children. Not consistently, but enough to remind them that he existed. Enough to remind them that he was wealthy. Enough to keep distance without responsibility. But after a while, those payments stopped. Quietly at first, then completely. He stopped caring, he stopped checking in, he stopped asking questions. He stopped sending money, stopped providing resources, stopped giving attention, stopped being present. He was alive, wealthy and breathing, but absent. Years passed. Children grew into teenagers, then adults, without their father's guidance. They watched other children have fathers who showed up, fathers who cared, fathers who tried, and slowly resentment took root. Not overnight, but gradually, like a wound that was never treated, only covered. Then one day, something changed. The man fell sick. At first, it was physical weakness, pain, a body that could no longer carry the same power it once did. His wealth was still there. Money had never been the problem, but his strength was gone. Soon, he could no longer care for himself and needed someone to watch over him. None of his wives showed up. None of his children came, so a caregiver was hired. As time went on, the sickness lingered. Days turned into months, months into years, and somewhere along the line, the sickness crept into his mind. The doctors diagnosed him with a mental condition caused by prolonged illness and isolation. They made a recommendation. They said, one of the ways to help this man recover is emotional connection. His wives and children need to show up. He needs familiar faces. He needs love. The message was sent out. At first, no one agreed. After much persuasion, pleading, convincing, reminding, they finally accepted to come, but not out of love, not out of forgiveness, not out of reconciliation. They came with expectations. The first set arrived, and money was given to them to support the care process. But instead of staying, instead of showing up, instead of caring, they connived and disappeared with the money. They never came back. A second group tried, same result, again and again. People came not to heal the man, but to collect what they believed was owed to them. The wealth he never shared when they needed him was now the only reason they showed up. No one truly wanted to be there for him. They wanted a share of his fortune. And with each disappointment, the man's condition worsened. Lonelier, weaker, more broken. Eventually, The sickness won. The man died, wealthy, surrounded with property, but empty of a family. Now let me pause here and ask you something. Do you think the judgment passed by the wives and children was right? Or do you think they took it too far? Should they have forgiven him? Should they have shown up at the most critical stage of his life, despite the pain it caused them? The truth is, there is no easy answer. Pain does not disappear just because time has passed. Neglect leaves scars, and some wounds are so deep that showing up feels like betrayal to one's own healing. But this story is not just about the children. It is not just about the wives. It is about responsibility. This is a reminder. If you're a parent, care for your family while you still have the strength. Be generous, not just with money, but with love, with attention, with presence. Show concern when it matters most, not when it's convenient, because life is evolving, relationships are fragile, and every seed you plant will germinate. If you sow neglect, you may reap loneliness. If you sow absence, you may reap silence. But if you sow goodness, love, and fairness, you will reap an abundance of goodness in return. Let this story sit with you. Let it challenge you.